Hey guys, where's the sheep? No sheep. Well, they're out in pasture. That's Long Shot and his crew is out there. You know, I looked at the long range forecast. It had a lot of 40s and 50s, maybe some 20s at night. For us in Nebraska, late November, that's good weather. And the main thing is it looked like a good 10 days to 2 weeks with no snow. So I'm looking at all the grass out here and I'm thinking, why leave them in here on dirt? They could just as easily be out there. But it does lead to a problem. And that is these 3 pins are all set up that no 2 rams are right next to each other, so they don't fight through the fence. But if I start putting them out in pasture, we're gonna have that problem. I finally figured out a way around it. All right, so I got Long Shot up here, it's his group. Now, I got Stony, I got Stu, there's 2 pastures, but they have a common fence. If they have a common fence, they're gonna fight. So the answer to that is they go every other day. Yesterday, Stony and his ewes were out in this pasture. Today they're locked in, and right now, Stu and his can go out in that pasture. The only complication I had was about 35, 40 feet right there. I just doubled that up with some corral panels. No problem, that's taken care of. I did have one thing though, is this fence right here. I got about 30 foot of fence here. If I put Stony and his out, and Long Shot, they decide to come in, I got a fence, we got a problem. But I figured out a way around that one yesterday, or a couple days ago, allowed me to do that. Normally these guys go out here, but on days when Stony and his are out in this pasture, we just close this gate down. I close the gate, there is a corner, but a corner, I'm not gonna worry about a corner, as long it's just fence when they get in between that. That's where the problem is. Close that down, and then, well, let's go inside and I'll show you how I'm setting it up on the other end. All right, coming on the inside. So the days when I have to have that gate closed, I now have my fence open here on this small pin outside my catch pin, and I just bring them out a bucket of water. There's a bucket of water sitting here, so if they can come in, they want to drink, they can. If they actually even want to go inside, they can. But hey, if the weather's going to be in the 40s and 50s and sunny, they really don't have any need to go inside. But all this got me thinking of something else, a problem that exists over the winter, and that is my sliding door here, my sliding gate or my sliding door. As you know, it's done, everything has to be solid in catch pins or the sheep try to go through it. I initially set this up with this light colored tarp and open at the top, because if it's dark in here, the sheep won't want to come in. Now, today I have all kinds of LED floodlights in here to brighten this thing up, so that's not such a factor anymore. The problem comes, and if you want to do anything with this pin, and usually in the winter, I don't have a pin here, but I'm now keeping one because I've been using it a lot, and I'm going to use it a lot during the winter. Matter of fact, in another month and a half, I got to separate the rams. I'm going to need this pin. But here comes the problem. I leave this like this in the winter, and when the snow blows out of the east, it fills up. The way I stopped that last year is a big 10 by 12 tarp, screws and washers, seals it up good. The snow doesn't come in, but you can't open it. Now you can't get in and out easy. So, seeing how the weather is cooperating, we got another project. We're going to remove that gate. We're going to move the whole thing out. I've got a new one. Well, it's not new. It was one my daughter has at one time we used to have for the horses, and she's not using it for the goats. So I grabbed this. It's a 10-footer, a little bit shorter. We'll work that out. But it'll have a 6-foot gate back and forth. Now we're going to close up part of this, and we're going to make it easier to close, but we're going to put a gate in that I can use all winter. That's the idea. Give me something I can use all winter long, and something that I can close it real quickly, close it up. Snowstorm's coming, I can close it up, and the next day I can open it back up if I want. That's the idea. Now, we're not going to get it done today, but hey, the weather is going to be good for a while. My object today is let's get this gate down. I want to get it down. I want to get it out of the way. I got to go help my son-in-law some stuff. I got some other things I got to do over the next couple of days. So I may be able to get in here for an hour or so and work, then I may have to quit. Then I may be able to come back and do it. But like I said, weather's not changing. If I just get this out of the way, that's the start. So that's the project. Let's get to it. That's all there is to that. All right, gate's out of the way, but before we get ready to start thinking about the new one, I have to get around here. Got to pull the top rail out. Now, it was built kind of odd. It had the 4x4s in here. So when I built it, I attached it to 4x4 blocks and then screwed that in from the outside. Needless to say, I had help when I put it in. We're going to see if we can get it out by myself. All right. All right, here comes the interesting part. Just like that. All right, I got the gate in place temporarily just to hold it to show you what I'm thinking of doing. I want to close it from here in. We're going to close it in. I got a 4x8 sheet of house siding. For now, I'm going to put that up, mainly because that'll keep snow out, but next spring, I may come back and buy some more steel and put some steel on here and then do some stuff on my other shed. But for now, we'll put some house siding on it. This has to stay open because I need this gate to open, and I need it to open out or in, either one, depending which way I'm moving sheep. So that's gonna have to stay that way. How I'm gonna do this, got some of the leftover lumber here from that. Basically, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna come up underneath it. I'm going to screw in to the top board. I'm going to drill holes in the pipe, screw in to that. And then we're going to take some 2x6s. We'll slide them down in here. And we'll screw them in like that. Get it level, but we'll screw them in there. Another one here, another one at the bottom. We'll put the 4x8 sheet up. That'll hold all in place. Then next spring I'm going to take it off, pull the sheet off, and I can go back and put steel on if that's what I want. Then we're going to need probably some OSB to put on the gate. That'll get us there. All right, let's get started. All right, we got that part up. And that's going to be the gate. We're going to use some OSB on that. We're going to build it a little bit different because since it's the gate, it's going to get a little rougher treatment. Somewhere along the line, you're going to be running the gate and some sheep's going to try to go through it. And while it's open, they're going to try to get in. You're going to slam the gate on them. So we're going to build this one a little bit different. And get inside here quick. I don't want to run this with a chain. All right, I don't want to use a chain. So we're going to have OSB. We're going to come up probably about 5 feet, close that in, and then we're going to have a different latching system so we don't have to use a chain. Let me go get a sheet of OSB. All right, rather than showing you on the time-lapse stuff, I'm going to tell you kind of what I'm doing and why I'm doing the way I'm doing it. All right, the door is going to be over 5 foot. So I got a 4 foot by 5 foot here. We'll put in a couple small pieces here. I wanted the 4 foot side over that way because that's where the latch is going to be. That's going to be need to be the strongest part. What I've done, there's a 2x6 running here. It's sitting on top of the gate. That's what's holding the plate in place. And temporary, what we're doing, turn this stuff around for you a little bit. I've just screwed a 2x6 here and a 2x6 here. That keeps it from falling off. Now it's not going to fall off. What I want to do, I want a 2x4 right across here, sitting on top. I'll screw it into that. I want another one down here. I'll screw it into that. I get those two put in. Then I'll have something to attach the rest of this to. And I can now put something down the inside to hold everything in place. That way the gate is sandwiched between 2 pieces of OSB. It'll all hold it in place, so I'm not really screwing into the gate. I'm just sandwiching the gate in between some OSB and some 2x4s and 2x6s. All right, I got my 2x4s into place, screwed in. I think what I'm going to do, instead of putting OSB on this side, I've got a lot of these scrap pieces of 2x4. These came out of an old deer stand I took apart. I think I'm just going to run 3 2x4s up and down here, and that will hold it from going out and save me the OSB. I got a lot of small scraps of OSB, but I'd rather, I think, 1 2x4 all the way down will be a lot more rigid. I need to cut 2 scraps for this, put those on. Well, there we go, guys. All done, got it in. Swinging in is no problem. I think I need to take, I tried to get as much as I could here, and I think I'm gonna have to take an inch off because when I swing out, it wants to bind up a little. So I'll take them off later, take an inch off that. But I got some other stuff I need to do, but I wanted to show you what I'm probably gonna make a change. What I want, I do not want the chain. So I have one of these barn door latches, you could slide latches, so make it nice and solid. So what I think I'll end up doing is taking this 2x off, putting OSB here after all, but back it right in here with maybe a 2x6. I'll come down with another 2x6 down here, and that'll give me a good solid spot to put a latch like this so I can lock it with that. I would much rather use one of these than the chain. It'd be a whole lot easier. Hey guys, been a couple days since I worked on the gate, but I wanted to show you, I did put the latch in, but I changed my mind. I went with a hook latch instead of the other one. I thought in the end that might be a lot more secure because I can hook it down. Got a 2x6, I'm going to fill in a few odd holes and I'll have it ready for winter. Probably just take a small tarp, put over that. It'll keep the snow from going through. That's all I got for this time, guys. I'll see you in about a week or so.